What's up YouTube? Jeff back again today on a very exciting tech video for you guys. And today we're taking a look at a setup that I think is absolutely perfect for anybody who works from home, takes a lot of online meetings, or host a podcast, anything where you need to have great audio as well as video. This is the Insta360 Wave, and mounted on top is the Insta360 Link 2. Together they form what is essentially your own personal AI meeting office, the Wavelink bundle. It combines a premium AI-powered speakerphone with a 4K tracking webcam, plus a suite of built-in productivity tools that help you focus during the meeting and stay organized afterwards. I've been using this combination for a while, not only testing some of the various features, but also for the Sammy Guru podcast. And today I want to show you guys various tests and various use cases where this might fit into your daily workflow. From audio clarity and noise handling to meeting transcriptions, summaries, and impressive AI speaker tracking, this combination really has it all, so let's jump right into it. Let's start out with the design because this is where the Wavelink bundle stands out immediately, and it's quite an eye-catching look. Instead of a flat disc-shaped speakerphone like most companies make, Insta360 went with a floating vertical design. And when you mount the Link 2 on top, you get a clean, modern AI-powered meeting tower that takes almost no desk space. The raised speaker helps cut down vibration noise, the microphones sit higher for cleaner pickup, and everything looks intentional and minimal. If you care about your desk aesthetic, this is going to fit right in with any clean, high-end tech desk setup, and it looks absolutely amazing on my desk behind me. Before getting into the audio and video tracking demos, the one thing I love about this system is that the Wave and the Wavelink 2 work together as a unified system. Wave uses its 8-mic array to understand who's speaking at any given moment, and Link 2 can use that information to intelligently reframe and follow the active speaker. There's no settings to tinker with, no manual switching, it all happens automatically. But then I think I'll move over here and do some talking. Maybe if I'm chatting about some meeting topics, I might want to move around, give some emphasis, kind of just like to get my blood flowing while I'm doing a meeting on Zoom. Very simple, as you guys can see. So if you're presenting or you're doing a two-person podcast like my co-host Tori and I did with the Wave and Wavelink 2, it will automatically switch between who is speaking or presenting at any given time and follow you as you move around the room if you're walking while presenting. Let me show you what this looks like from a clip that we did with the Sammy Guru podcast. Probably be okay. Tori, how was your week though? We always started off that way, so.
Yeah. Let's see. Overall, I think week was pretty great. Like we're trying to make it to the end of the semester, man. It's just it's a marathon, not a sprint. But yeah, no, and I'm really hoping that because we got to see some. Oh yeah, for sure. We got to get some Zootopia 2 action going on.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
we need to see that this weekend. You still want to see it this weekend?
Yeah. I'm down.
Did you see the first one? You watched? My co-host Tori and I were both sitting at the desk and talking throughout the podcast, obviously. And as we were doing this, the Wavelink 2 was following around who was speaking, and it was changing the focus and reframing us as we were speaking for longer periods of time and making sure that we were always in focus as we were speaking. Also, the Wave was recording our audio so that we would have crisp audio only version that we could upload of the podcast. The fact that it automatically will reframe and also it completely switches when another person starts talking, this is a game changer if you are doing a two-person podcast setup. You don't need multiple cameras or anything like that, and the Wave still captures top-tier audio, so you don't need additional microphones for your podcast studio. This can also make group calls, brainstorming sessions, and hybrid meetings feel much more natural with that reframing from the Link 2. Now let's talk about audio because the Wave brings some serious hardware here and there's really a lot of great features to discuss. It has a 3D 8-mic array with beamforming, AI noise reduction, AI echo cancellation, AI de-reverb, and automatic gain control. Combined, these keep your voice clean whether you're right in front of it, across the room, or in a noisy environment. And since the pickup range is up to 16 feet, I wanted to test how consistent the audio stays as you move around. Go ahead and take a look at this demo where I start very close to the Wave and then I move further away. The audio is really, really amazing. Even when I go about 12 to 14 feet away, it's completely across the back room of my studio. Take a listen. All right, so we're about to do a quick distance test here in my studio with the Insta360 Wave. And now you can hear the difference. Okay, so now let's go ahead and back up all the way to the very back corner here of my studio. You can see the Wave is way over there on my back desk, my editing desk. You're gonna have no problems whatsoever if you're taking a call and you have to step away for a moment. It's gonna be absolutely perfectly clear. If you need to say something while you're away, the Wave is absolutely perfect for that. I was really impressed with the outcome of this test, and like I said, it's not just a theoretical test. This is something that you might experience at home where you actually have to get up to go get a drink of water, use the restroom, answer your front door to get a package, whatever, and you still need to perhaps answer someone on the call. They will be able to hear you perfectly, and they're never gonna know that you're all the way across the room or even across the house if you live in a small house or an apartment. It really is that impressive. Of course, when you're taking a meeting at home, you also have to deal with background noise very often. Appliances humming in the background. I have a fan here in the office as well. Sometimes kids talking if you're working at home when your kids are there. And so I wanted to test how well it does with that noise reduction mode. So what I did is I turned my fan here in the office all the way up to max and did a quick recording test. You guys can go ahead and listen and see exactly how that turned out as well. All right, let's try out some noise reduction test here with the Insta360 Wave. I do have a fan over here in the corner of my back studio. This is a Dyson. It's also an air purifier. It gets pretty loud. Let's see if we can turn this on. Let me crank it up all the way to 10. You can definitely hear the fan noise there. And let's go over here though now. And let's start recording on the Insta360 Wave. And now you can hear the audio from the Insta360 Wave, even with that really loud fan noise in the background. And it's doing a great job of blocking out all of that noise. So this is great if you're not only taking a meeting at home, you've got kids playing in the background or whatever, or maybe you got the TV on in the background, or you're out at a coffee shop doing something, there's a bunch of noise going on in the background. You can really take a meeting wherever you want, and you don't have to worry about that noise in the background. Wow, it really got rid of all the fan noise from my high-powered Dyson air purifier / air multiplier. That thing is quite loud, as you guys could hear from the camera mics recording. And basically, the Wave reduced all of that. You could hear my voice perfectly. So if you have any background noise for any meetings that you take, you're not gonna worry about this. You could even take a meeting out in a coffee shop. No one's gonna really know that there's any background noise or dishes moving around or people talking in that shop. They're gonna be able to focus on what you're saying in that given meeting. Lastly, I want to check out all the various modes on offer here with the Insta360 Wave. You have Omni, Cardioid, Supercardioid, Figure 8, and Stereo. What I did here is I actually switched between all those various modes and showed you kind of how the mic isolates various sides or essentially picks up audio only from the front, the back, etc. in the different modes. I also tested this on the Sammy Guru podcast, like I said, with Tori and I seated side by side to see how it would perform with two speakers, also so we could test out those amazing AI features, which will give you a summary of your entire conversation, which we'll look at later. Go ahead and check out these clips of me testing all of the audio modes and see what you think. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and work through the various modes on the Insta360 Wave and take a look at how it sounds with each of these individual modes. Here's a quick demo of the Insta360 Wave's performance using the Omni mode. I'll go ahead and hit the record button, and now the audio that you're hearing is coming directly out of the Wave itself. Right now it's sitting about 2 to 3 feet away from me on the desktop. The Omni mode will record sound from all around you, and it sounds great no matter where you're sitting. So this is kind of an all-around sound mode that you can utilize. This is going to capture great audio if you're sitting in front of it. Like I said, perfect for live streaming and podcast as well. Supercardioid is great if you're recording personal meetings in an open space. It's going to zone it in a little bit more on the front. And so this helps out a little bit with, because the channel is kind of a little more narrow there towards the front. And this still kind of blocks out noise, and focuses on the person that's in front, the subject, which is why it's great if you're just a one-person taking a meeting virtually. online using conferencing software. That really is the ideal use case for this, and you can definitely hear how it isolates your voice from the front. Quick recording with the figure 8 mode. So you can see if I pick up the wave here, I'm talking directly in front of it, so it's going to pick it up very clearly. You'll be able to hear very crisp audio. If I turn it to the side, it's going to pick it up a little less. You're not going to see as good of audio quality, but if you go all the way around to the back, imagine you have another person sitting back here. It's going to once again pick it up perfectly because, again, it is pushing that audio and channeling it from the front and back directly. Perfect for face-to-face interviews, like I said. So if you're a creator who does a lot of interviews face-to-face, this will be great for your creator setup. I was honestly very impressed with all of the various modes. They seem to confine the audio to exactly where they are supposed to. And in original sound mode, it doesn't just make your voice richer, it also reduces surrounding distractions and helps focus on whoever is meant to be heard. This is super useful if you're in an open space or recording multiple people like we were with the podcast. And the Wavelink bundle is not just all about audio and video, it also cuts down on a lot of your workflow friction with some of these amazing AI features. You can use it as a standalone recorder with 32 gigs of storage on board or pair it with your laptop for meetings. Then everything syncs with Insta360's Insight platform where you get tools that make reviewing, sharing, and acting on your meetings a whole lot easier. Let's talk about all of those great AI features that come with the Insight platform. Inside Insight, you get features like speaker labeling, AI meeting summaries, highlight tagging, screenshot capture, and the Ask AI Assistant for follow-ups. These features are genuinely helpful if you need clean notes, quick sharing, or a way to call decisions after longer sessions. This can also help with content creation if you use the Wave for podcast recording like we did. You'll be able to find those timestamps of exactly where you're trying to find a particular moment in the podcast. This is great if you do create your own timestamps for podcasts, which can be very tedious, and you want to go in there and add show notes. The Wave and the Wavelink bundle can definitely help you with that. Here's a look at the very long transcript of the Sammy Guru podcast episode 50 that Tori and I recorded with the Wave and Wavelink bundle. Wave generates a QR code right after you finish your recording and everyone can scan it immediately. So if you want to give the copy to someone else who's in that meeting, or I want to share it with one of my co-hosts, I can do that. And the transcript loads with speakers automatically labeled. This makes quick collaboration way easier, especially when you need to review who said what or send updates afterwards. You've also got the summary feature with various templates and mode. Whether you choose brainstorm, board meeting, or autopilot, it automatically extracts key talking points, decisions, and action items. It's basically like having a dedicated meeting secretary inside the meeting with you taking notes. And the Ask AI feature is genuinely useful as well. Instead of digging through your notes or the transcript, you can ask AI things like, write me a follow-up email summarizing next steps, when did we mention this deadline, or for our case with the podcast, I could say something like, find all the times where we mentioned the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and it can return those timestamps, and then I'll be able to go in there and add show notes as appropriate. So that's the Insta360 Wave plus Link 2 bundle. It is honestly an all-in-one video plus audio meeting solution, plus you get those amazing AI tools that reduces your workload after the meetings. So it's actually an all-in-one audio, video, plus productivity setup that you can pick up, take anywhere with you, and it's travel ready, slides right into its little bag there, and you're good to go. If you're someone who encounters online meetings, whether for remote work, team collaboration, or client meetings, or you're just filming podcasts like we did, this is one of the best integrated setups available. Right now, you can get around 19% off of your order for their Christmas sale, and if you order through our link, you'll get an extra gift with your purchase, so check out all those details below. The link will be there, any relevant discount codes. Let me know if you guys have any comments or questions below. Happy to answer questions about this bundle. Huge shout out to Insta360 for sending out the products, sponsoring the video. Appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.